Okay, morning. Today, the first activity, we are going to make a tray. Now, we're going to design a tray. Now, this one, I got this shape from Knives and Circles, right? You can choose any shape that you have generated from Knives and Circles. Choose a suitable one, right? Keep in mind that you're making a tray, those that you use in food court, right? The first step, right, is of course to transfer these to this is a 2D shape, so we want to transfer it to convert it to a 3D form. The first step is of course to put it on this face, right? This surface. Now I put in the grids so that it's easy for us to convert. So I see that there is a curve down here, right? Curve will end down here, right? From here end down here. So probably I'll draw a curve down here roughly, right? Then I know that from here at the center here, 2.5 squares, 2.5 squares, somewhere here, right? So there is a curve down here, and the curve should end somewhere down here and then curve up, right? Curve up. So I use the grid to help me, right? To help me, to guide me come up with a draft. Now, bear in mind that when you are doing this, what we want to see is how our shape will turn out in 3 dimension, right? So what we want to do is a quick sketch, right? I'm doing a quick sketch. Down here there's a curve, right? The curve should curve until here, right? Should meet up down here. Go until where? Go until somewhere here, right? So the curve it until here, right? Again until here, right? There should be a curve meet up here. The curve should meet up somewhere here. Okay, so I've completed the first step. I've placed the shape onto this isometric surface. Now the next step is this. Tray must have a little bit of thickness. So to make the thickness, right? If you're not too familiar how to make the thickness, now you put a ruler down here, right? Let's make the thickness like half a centimeters, 5 mm. Now your ruler will always, when you add thickness in this manner, right, the tray is flat, the thickness ought to be vertical, right? Vertical. So make sure taking this thing, the edge of the paper as reference, or your ruler should always be kept parallel to this, or okay, at 90 degrees to the edge down here, right? Now I will not draw the thickness inside down here, right? No point, because it is blocked by the surface. So where should I start? I should start somewhere down here where I can see, right? If I draw this thing, it's not blocked by the surface, right? Right, 0.5, right? So I move it down here, 0.5, make sure that it's around 90 degrees. Don't have to use protractor to measure, but roughly that should be this, right? Roughly 90 degrees, so 5 mm, I put a dot. From down here, 5 mm, I put a dot, right? Go further away, 5 mm, put a dot, right? So in future you don't have to do this. Now down here, now it should, right, 5 mm, right? And as I get nearer, you see it gets, right, 5 mm, 5 mm. Now what this suggests is this, the curve will look something like that. Join, and then somewhere down here you can't see, right, because it's blocked by the surface, and then down here emerge again, right? 5 mm, then 5 mm, 5 mm. So if you do it right all the way, right, you should see a curve something like that, right? Let's see, 5 mm, right? 5 mm. Oh, is this vertical? Right, put this vertical, right? So look something like that until here. You have 5 mm. Right, it should. Thereafter you can't see because it's blocked by this surface, right? So the thickness should look like something like that. Let me clean up this line. So this is the thickness. Now so I have done the thickness for this. Now do I put down here and put 5 mm 90 degrees and then put out 5 mm? I will not do this because the dot, notice that the dot is blocked by this surface itself, right? Any dot that is blocked by this surface itself, I will not. Alright, then there is no need for you to do it. So see, I have added a thickness. Alright, so this is basically how your tray will look like. Now one more thing. Now the tray is like that. I do not want things to fall off. So what happened is, maybe I want to build a barrier, right? A barrier down here, and then another barrier down here. So how do I? Okay, maybe I start the barrier. Maybe we want to make from the barrier from here to here, or barrier, right? That means protruding up. So how do I do it now? Let us make a barrier. Maybe this time round, let's make 15 mm. Now notice that my I will put my ruler, right, 90 degrees again, right? If you're not too familiar, you do it this way, 90 degrees, right? The barrier should start here, right? Should start here. Then I move around, right? Maintaining 90 degrees, right? 15 mm from the line, from this line, right? From the curve, 15 mm, right? So somewhere here. So it should be like that. Then I move to here, 15 mm. So it should curve out, right? Then I move 15 mm, put a dot, and I'll move 15 mm, put a dot. So basically the barrier should look, right, if I were to shade it a little bit, follow the curvature, right, it should look something like that. Alright, 15 mm again, right, 90 degrees, 15 mm, put a dot, 15 mm, put a dot. Make sure that it is 90 degrees down here, roughly there, 90 degrees. Right? So if you join all the dots, right, your barrier should look something like that. Alright. The next thing is I will try to add a little bit of thickness, right? Thickness put inside. Now the thickness should be parallel to this reference line parallel to this reference line. So if I represent this thing may be a piece of acrylic, right? And then I follow the curvature, follow this curvature. So this is the top of your barrier. Okay. So this is the barrier on top. Let me shade on top, right? Actually a little bit. Then if I follow, right, I follow this curvature down here. So the wall. Here's the wall. Right, so that's a quick sketch what your tray will look like. Alright, you may want to try to I will cut short this session, right? This will be your first activity. Right, this will be your first activity. You choose any of your 2D shape, right? Place your 2D shape on the 3D on the isometric surface, right? And then you give it a little bit of thickness, right? Give it a little bit of thickness and then choose which portion you want to build a what you call a barrier to prevent your things from falling out. All right, this will be your first activity. Can you do it now?